What's up, guys? I'm glad you guys can get in here on the Balo Goon Bamore channel. Today, specifically, I want to talk about how music and how it affects our culture and, and the lack thereof. Um, I was talking to a couple friends of mine, one being called Henry, and he and I were discussing that rap has failed to bridge the gap culturally for the black man and the black woman. Today's rap basically is systematic slavery over again. It aids today's rap aids basically the system keep people in check, keep them doing things ignorant, keep them committing crimes ignorantly. It's just there's nothing in today's rap that has substance. There's no artist with substance. I don't care. You can bring them all out, and I can tell you they have no substance to them. What have they told you about your plight as a black man? What have they told you about your identity as a black man? What have they given you as your as far as a black person, any type of dignity within your race? What have they, as a black woman, told you and woke you up to the goddess that you are? They don't. They just told the music is filled with misogyny and shit. It's misogyny, and that's what sells. Misogyny of the black woman sells, and that's why would any woman, black woman, knowing where you come from and how far you've descended from, of course, why would any black woman want to hear that? Why would any black woman want to be called that, and be demeaned in that way? But there are women that ride around, listen to it, shake their head, and be reciting it word for word. Now, back then, you had guys like Kumo D. You had guys like uh, Curtis Blow. Curtis Blow had a song called "These Are the Breaks." I remember that song because it was a symbolism of the time, and we were just black people just couldn't get a break, and he just put it in a song, and we just could party to it, even though we couldn't get a break. It relieved a lot though for black people, and people don't understand that this is a pressure valve for black people that you as an artist you're responsible for. Once you become into the spotlight, all you guys, getting money from these communities that you see what's going on, and for you not to even say nothing, to give them an identity, to give them any dignity as a race, to give them any direction, when they're listening to you, you're a traitor to your race. And then it's all about the money. It's got to be about the dollar because you're not caring about your people. Your mama's black, your sister's black, your brother's black. How can you not use your platform in a positive way? How can any black man use that platform and demean any black woman, demean any black man? I don't get it. And when Tupac was going through what he was going through, he spoke in a manner that you knew he was going through something. But he also made a point to, even though he was going through his beef, and I don't care how the beef went, he also made it a point to make a song and let you know, hey man, it's a white man's world. Yeah, man. This is what's going on. He made songs like that. He made songs where he reached out to his sisters. You know, he apologized for calling them bitches. This is conscious stuff. Nas makes songs like this, but do you hear dudes in the streets? They want to hear, watch out, little bitch. Watch out, little bitch. That dude should be shot on sight. He wants your little kid walking around in school saying, watch out, little bitch. Watch out, little bitch. What type of intelligence is that for a black man? What type of black man would even use that platform to even say something like that, something ignorant like that, for your child to be walking around? Remember now, this man might have children too. For your child to be walking around saying that. You really would want to promote that? You want to help that be promoted worldwide for your children to be? You as a black person, you're responsible at home too. When you hear stuff like that, it's on you to help promote that. I never did. When I stopped listening to that, I was like, man, I don't want my son walking around saying that. Man, my son don't need to be looking. Man, that's ignorant. But he got paid handsomely for that. This is the reins that have been put on your children and snatched. Because we had songs like, we grew up off songs like, you're headed for self-destruction, headed for black steel in our chaos, and all that. We came up on off some good, positive, conscious stuff. KRS-One. I cannot point out one KRS-One guy out there. I cannot point out one LL Cool J. I cannot point out one Rakim. Nas today killed everybody. You know. Yeah, I know they're gonna say Jay-Z. You know, Jay-Z don't write conscious stuff. Jay-Z write D-boy stuff. He writes stuff to talk about, women in a demeaning light and how he has played upon women. Who wants to keep perpetuating that type of mind state to black people out there? Who wants to keep them in the traps? Jay-Z ain't in the trap. I mean, not to just talk down on Jay-Z, but there's a lot of guys that's in the booth right now talking that trap shit when niggas are getting clapped up by the police. But what they going in the booth to do? Trap music for you. They're gonna go do some clap music and the music in the booth for you girls on that pole dancing. So you keep pole dancing and stop thinking about Sandra Bland and these injustices with these women that just have walking around in bikinis or whatever, just black women being accosted by the police. These black guys going into the studios, they have black relatives that are females. They have black mothers. But what they want to keep doing, they want to keep making that dollar. You don't see T.I. getting on the mic talking about this and that, about the injustices that black people face. You don't see T.I. donating to this and that, like because he's supposed to have been a philanthropist. You don't see all these other guys that made money off the rap industry, reaching out, speaking. Kevin Gates. That is so asinine, man. For you to be sitting there talking about some perverted stuff about officers, and this hadn't even happened. Officers playing with your daughter's vagina, playing with your son's anus. That is so perverted. You sick, man. I don't care. I don't give a damn about none of that. You sick. You sick. And for people to be sitting there jamming Gates, man, what's wrong with y'all? This dude just basically he basically scratched the surface for you. Put it like that. And Alton Sheldon, or whatever his name is, the guy in Baton Rouge, right out of this man's backyard, was shot and killed, murdered, executed he's fully prostrated, defenseless. And you talking about something, a hypothetical. You talking about a hypothetical. You supposed to be out the same hood with this dude. I still talk about Hambone to this day, BC to this day. They are my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to continue to put the injustices about their murders out there. Man, ain't no way in hell if this dude, and I'm speaking for him, Mr. Alton out there. I'm going to speak for him because he's black. But that's every black man's duty everywhere, especially these guys that do the music, that has that platform. This should be right there like, no, hell no. You supposed to be the first one speaking out. You supposed to be the first ones giving the black man an identity on who he is. But first off, this goes to show you how lost these dudes are. They don't know who the hell they are. So they only can rap about what they know, and you still buy their music. If Future ain't telling you about the future and ain't telling you about your past, why the hell are you buying his music? Why the hell are you still buying any of these guys' music that are not telling you who you are, what you're going through, and what you're gonna go through, and what you need to do to dodge all these landmines out here? Why would you let your son listen to that? Because They emulate what they listen to. We as black people, we need that conduit. And we use music as that. And no matter how we want to fight it and some don't want to say it, music influences us. Just like the media, it influences us. Why do you think you're constantly being fed gangster stuff? Why are you constantly being fed, think you constantly being fed music that's full of misogyny for the black woman? Why do you think you're constantly being fed all that? Music with absolutely no substance. So now when I guarantee when you turn on that pop rock station, listen to what they're listening to. I guarantee it's going to be something so soothing, something that's going to allow you to enable you to focus, and then it's going to be something that's going to enable you to bridge the gap from yesterday and today. Nicki Minaj, all these females, you guys have a duty. You don't want to know, you might not know it, but it's been compelled upon you. It's your duty. These black women listen to you. It's your duty to help bridge their gap. It's your duty to pick up a book and be honest with yourself and say, hey, I need to learn more about me so I can teach them about them. You know, today's music is all about the wrong identity for the black man. Let's put it like that, and the black woman. Today's, if you're a black artist out there, you're a rapper. You're a black woman, you want to rap. You're a black man, you want to do R&B. Learn about your true history. You can still do your street music. Man, Ghetto Boys do it all the time. They always have something that's going to tell you about yourself in their music. You know, NWA did it all the time. You know, Public Enemy even did it. Be a true responsible black man, a true responsible black woman, and help bridge the gap, man. Stop being a puppet for the system.